everybody, it's Jess here with Bless Jess. Thank you so much for watching and welcome to another vlog. So I have not vlogged in a couple days, but it's been so chaotic. We are getting ready to go out of town for the next week and a half. So I'm trying to get lots of YouTube work done. Also trying to keep the house somewhat together. Have fun with the kids because of course they're out of school. And we've done a lot of playing outside and stuff like that. And I'm trying to like cook and do all the things. So I feel like a little bit like I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but it's okay. Like we're getting it done. I just filmed 2 videos. Lucy watched the boys for me in one of the bedrooms, and then I filmed a video. It was so helpful. So having to get creative on how to get stuff done, but she helped me play with them so that I could do those videos, and I just cried my eyes out on one of them. So stay tuned. Why do I do that? I don't know. I have like my emotions are always like right at the surface. I just did a video about 3 things you should not say to special needs parents. I didn't just like let the floodgates out. Anyway, I'm not going to go into it. If you want to watch the video, definitely you should. It should be either out already or maybe it's coming out very soon. But I don't know. I've just gone through a season. I'm just feeling a little bit isolated. I feel like a little bit like I don't have anyone in my real life that has special needs kids close to me. And so I feel every time we go to church, to school events, to different things, I feel like totally alone in my feelings of life. And I'm so thankful for you guys because so many of you do have special needs kids, and I'm able to talk to you in the comments and the different messages and stuff, and I don't feel so alone with my feelings, and that's very helpful. So anyway, I'm going to get going with the day. I've already got going some, but I need to edit some videos. I have to edit like 3 videos today. So I'm going to go ahead and get a jump on it. The kids are still playing. The doors are open now, so they're just kind of roaming around playing. So I'll probably will have kids come in here and play. I always have like books at my feet that Mark brings and reads in here while I'm editing, but that's okay. Working from home is really challenging because if you were to go into work, you would have to probably do something with your kids, like take them to grandparents' house or daycare or something. Well, I work from home, which is awesome. It's one of the things I love about my job, but my kids are here. It's really hard to get stuff done, but I do the best I can, and I'm so grateful for them being around. It makes things a little difficult. So anyway, I have about an hour or less before I need to make them lunch. So I'm going to see if I can get like 1 video edited, and then when Mark lays down for a nap, I'll try to get the other 2 done. I really am trying to get ahead of the schedule so that I can get some stuff scheduled before we go on our trip. And I've already had to cut back a little bit for the month of July, so I don't want to miss any more than I have to while we're gone out of town. So I will get it done. I'll get it done. Anyway, I'm going to do that, and then you guys can just hang out with me today. I'm going to make dinner. David has practice tonight, so it's going to be kind of rushed. I need to see what time he's going to be home for dinner so I can have it ready. Probably I'm going to make HelloFresh. We have 2 different ones. We have a Mexican one and we have an Asian one. We had Mexican not that long ago, so I might do the Asian bowl. And yeah, I'll take you guys with us. I also want to talk about some techniques that we've been trying about helping Mark with his picky eating. So maybe in the next clip I can go through that because I need to get started on this. But I'm really trying to implement a few new things that I think will help our whole family, but especially Mark because he has gotten even more picky than he was, and it's just the worst. It's the worst time. So if you have kids with picky eating, I'll tell you in the next clip what I've been trying to experiment with. It doesn't always happen. It's not always perfect, to help all of our kids eat better. I have no right to say anything because I was the world's pickiest child, so I totally understand where they're coming from. And I grew out of a lot of it, so I'm hopeful that they will too. But man, Mark, he's giving me a run for my money. So anyway, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for Follow Me Along. I've also got laundry going, and I need to clean the bathrooms. It's a real life mom life coming up. All right, so I just fed the kids some lunch. Nate asked for French toast, and so I was like, okay, we'll have a brunchy lunch. So here is what I'm trying. Not a food expert, not a kid food expert, but I've been reading a lot on YouTube and Instagram and watching different dietitians talk about it. And this is what we're trying. So basically, as a parent, you're not in control of what your kids actually eat, how much of it they eat. You're in control of what you feed them, what you offer them, and when you offer it to them, but they're in control of what they decide to eat. And so we're doing like the no pressure approach where we put the food in front of them and they get to choose whether they want it or not. And I do think this is really important because so many times toddlers, they can control how much they eat, so they want it to be a battle. Like they're expecting you to battle them. And sometimes when you're like, okay, well, if you don't want that, that's fine. Just eat what you want, it kind of takes away the battle. And so I'm tired of battling about food. I'm going to put the food, and I've tried this before, but I've not been consistent with it. I just get frustrated and I'm like, no, try this, try it. 1 bite, 2 bites. Like, I'm done. I'm so done with food being such a big, stressful part of my day. So I'm going to put food on their plate and then they choose whether or not to eat it. And they talk about like how you have to introduce kids to foods, like, especially if they're picky eaters, sometimes like 100 or more times. They're not so much a picky eater, like 20 times is what they say, but they say picky eaters, you have to introduce foods a bunch just by putting it on their plate before they'll ever try it. And it feels really wasteful, but I'm just putting a little bit of the food I know they don't like. And hopefully by exposing it to them time and time again, they'll get used to it, eating it. It's a little harder with Nate because he does have autism and textures of foods are really hard. So what I've been doing, he doesn't want the food on his plate that he doesn't like. So I've been telling him he can just put it off to the side, like on the table. And so far, like at lunch, I gave him 1 slice of cucumber and a couple of blueberries. Well, he doesn't like either one of those things. So he threw them in the floor. I was like, no, you can't throw them in the floor, but you can just put them off to the side. And so that seemed to work okay. Mark does fine leaving stuff on his plate, and he'll even touch it, which I think is good, but he is having a hard time trying it. I'm just really trying to stay calm about it. The other thing that we have started doing is all sitting down together, which is really hard, especially like I'm fasting. So a lot of times when the kids are eating, I'm like doing other things, but making it a point to sit down and at least talk with them and just have it like a connecting point. I think them seeing me and David eat foods will help at dinner time. And it's hard. I know like that's hard. It's hard for us because a lot of times the kids eat before we do because David's working and doing different things. But as much as we can, I want to do that. And the last thing, and we have gotten just way too used to this, and it's my fault, is not letting the kids look at any sort of electronics when they eat. It's hard because I feel like, especially Nate, having him something to focus on really helps him stay at the table because he has ADD, he has autism, and he wants to run off. So we've been letting him way too much, not all the time, but way too much, look at a video or something like that while he eats. And it's just lazy. So we're stopping that. I feel like they need to focus on their food and have that be the time they're eating. So Nate was really upset at first about it. He's still upset about it, but we've been letting him bring a book, which is still not perfect, but at least he has something to try to. Eventually, I'm hoping to wean that off where he's just eating, because at school he just eats. So I don't know why it's that much harder at home, but I think he's just ready to get up and do his next thing. And so that's what we're trying. It's hard. I still don't have it figured out. My kids are still really picky, especially Mark. Like today, pretty much all he ate off of his plate was yogurt. I'm glad he eats that. It's protein, it's Greek yogurt, but he didn't try his French toast. He didn't try his blueberries. He didn't try his strawberries. So I just was like, okay. And I didn't fight him about it. So we're going to try it. I know the kids are not going to starve themselves. Most kids. Now I do think sometimes, kids will have a trouble and they'll fall off their growth curve or they'll lose weight. And then you really have to work with medical help and stuff to get a plan for them. But my kids have never been low growth curve or anything like that. They're actually right where they're supposed to be. So I don't think it'll hurt them to do this. and it will make my life easier just to not have to fight with him about it. And I told Lucy, like, we're all going to be doing this. So I'm going to be putting stuff on your plate to get the boys used to seeing you have stuff on your plate that you don't like. And so we're all on board. I'll keep you posted to how it goes. It is noon now. We just got finished with lunch. We had a little bit of an early lunch. And I am going to go finish. I didn't finish the video I was working on. So I'm going to go finish that. I'm going to switch out laundry. And then it's almost time for Mark's nap. So I'll catch you guys back in a little bit. All right, you guys, I feel like I haven't talked to you in hours. It probably has been. I don't know why my camera feels like it's zoomed in. There we go. Let's turn on the light. So I don't know. It's been a long afternoon. Mark took a good nap. Nate had a hard afternoon. He just has been a little bit unsettled today. And it was so funny though. Do you guys want a Nate story? Mark got up from his nap. I didn't get as much work done during nap time as I wanted to. And we were kind of hanging out. And for the last couple of days, Nate keeps bringing me his Chromebook and asking me to sign up for ABC Mouse. We used to have ABC Mouse years ago, but Nate very quickly outgrew it and learned like all of the things on there because it's for like little kids. So I keep telling him, Nate, we don't have ABC Mouse anymore. You know, no, I've told him this for days and days, probably weeks at this point. And so he brought it to me again today and said, hey, ABC Mouse. And I was like, Nate. And so I'm like, let's Google what ages ABC Mouse are for. So I typed into Google, what age is ABC Mouse for? And it came up 2 to 8 years old. And he goes, oh no. I said, well, how old are you? He said 10. I'm like, oh, Nate, you're too old for it. And so then he got the bright idea to go over to Mark, who had just woken up from his nap, and pull on him to try to get him to sign up for ABC Mouse. I'm like, your brother cannot sign up for it. He doesn't know how to sign up for it. And so then he goes, Lucy will do it. Because he figured she's in the 2 to 8 range, you know. So he was cracking me up. So finally I was just like, you know what, let's see if we can get a free trial. And so I was able to sign up with his new email that we had to create for him to have the Chromebook and get a 30-day free trial. I am very sure that within 30 days he's going to be so bored of it that he is going to be ready to move on. So we signed up for 30 days and we'll cancel it. And then he's so happy. And I figure, well, it's better than him doing other things. At least it is educational. Maybe he'll learn something. And I'm also thinking like he's just missing the routine of school. And that's really helping. So David came home for about an hour and I made dinner. So I made HelloFresh, and the recipe that I'll show you guys a clip here. The recipe I was going to make was like banh mi style meatballs with rice and like some pickled veggies. Well, I didn't want to take the time to roll out the meatballs. Like I was trying to do it really quick because David wasn't going to be home long. So what I did was I just cooked the meat in a skillet, just broke it like it was ground pork I used instead of the beef. I just broke it all apart and put the sauce that was supposed to go on top of the meatballs in there after it got done getting brown, served it over rice, and then instead of the pickled veggies, I had some green beans, fresh green beans I needed to use up, so I threw that in there. It was really good, and then it had like a sriracha mayo to put on top. It was really good, and it was ready in like 20 minutes. It was so fast. So that's what we had for dinner. I just made the kids a frozen pizza because HelloFresh is never enough for our whole family. We just get the 2-person one, and they wouldn't really like that anyway, so we are going to be, like I said, working on their food issues and food pickiness and all of that, but there are still times where the kids just eat different stuff than us. I'm really working on having that less. Like there's a lot of meals now that they will eat with us, but you know, I don't stress out about it too much. You know, when you go out to eat, you all choose different things. So, I mean, if on an occasional few nights a week that we have to cook different things, it's not like I'm making them a 3-course dinner. It's literally sticking a frozen pizza in the oven, so it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, Lucy's taking a bath right now. I am going to hopefully get some more work done. I'm really trying to get these videos done. I got 1 edited. I needed to get 3. So I probably won't get everything done today, but I will get some more done. And then I've got a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I'll tell you guys all about that in tomorrow's vlog or in the next vlog that you guys see. So David's gonna stay home with the kids for a couple hours so I can go to that. And it'll be the weekend. And after the weekend, we're leaving to go out of town for 10 days. So I still have a lot to do. I still have a lot to pack, a lot of laundry to do, all of the things, you guys. I always feel like the summer is going to be like such a chill time. We're going to have all this time to do fun stuff. You know, I'm going to have all this time to catch up on work and do different things, but it truly goes by so fast. Every day just comes faster and faster, I feel like. So it is nice to stay busy during the summer, but I'm looking forward to like the rest. Once we get home from this trip, the rest of the summer we are not as busy. We don't have as much going on. So it'll be nice to just kind of hopefully take a breather. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun this year. So that is it for today's video. I know it's a little bit shorter than normal, but I'm going to get some work done. And then I just need to like clean a few things before bed. David will get home and we'll put the kids to bed. And that'll be our day. So stay tuned for tomorrow. I'd love to chat with you guys again. If you like the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below and subscribe if you're new. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.
The great yellow sun is reflecting in your deep blue eyes. The day has begun. You spin around, you laugh to yourself.